this important meeting on the popularization and ratification of the AU Convention on Eliminating Violence Against Women and Girls. And I remember when this was adopted in February at the AU Heads of State Summit, when I speak about the importance of women working collaboration and solidarity. Everybody remember, at that point I was still the Special Envoy on Youth, and I was sitting next to the former Special Envoy on Women, Peace and Security, Madam Diop. And there were so many women that were surrounding, surrounding the special, or rather just surrounding that area, from different departments, from everyone who had lobbied, from the AU agencies. And the moment they said adopted, everyone was just cheering on, everyone was excited, everyone was happy in the room. And for me, such a memory that I cherish, because it shows that indeed, when women come together, there's so much that we can achieve. Now, this convention is not just another document. It is our collective commitment to ensure that every woman and girl in Africa can live free from fear, free from violence, and free to reach her potential. And I believe at the African Union, there has been renewed momentum around this issue. Just a few months ago, when the chairperson of the AU Commission, His Excellency Mahmoud Yusuf, recently met with a group of women from civil society, and he made a clear promise in that meeting. I believe some of you might have been in that meeting. And that clear promise was to ensure that he sends out letters to all the AU member states, reminding them to sign the convention and advocating for them to sign the convention. Now, I believe that commitment reflects the political will at the highest level. But as we all know, signing is not enough. And what we need to do next is the ratification, so that the convention becomes legally binding. Not only that, but we also need the domestication, so that all its principles are written into the national laws and the budgets. And most importantly, we need the implementation, so that survivors can see the justice, perpetrators are held accountable, and prevention starts at the community level. And this is through education, through empowerment, and engagement of men and boys as well as allies. Now, because behind the policies are real lives, I'd like to just briefly share about the statistics and what we really have at stake. In South Africa alone, a woman is killed every 3 hours. Every 3 hours. So that means that whilst you've been in this room, someone is actually a victim of gender-based violence and is being killed somewhere. I actually just read recently of 2 women that were killed due to gender-based violence, which has been circulating in South Africa, I think just over the weekend. And these are young women, I think the ages of 20 and 22. And in Kenya, more than 40% of women have experienced physical or sexual violence in their lifetime. In parts of West Africa, nearly 1 in 3 girls faces child marriage, one of the earliest and the most devastating forms of gender-based violence. So I'd just like to remind you of that reality, the statistics, that these policies are policies that are speaking about real lives, people that are affected in different communities. You might even know some people personally that have been affected. So there's a lot that's at stake. And these women are depending on us. These women that have also lost their lives are also depending on us, that it doesn't happen to other women in the future. These numbers remind us that ending violence against women and girls is not only a government responsibility, it is a collective responsibility. Every single sector, every woman leader in this room has a role to play, has a role to speak out, has a role to advocate, has a role to mobilize, and has a role to hold systems accountable.